Yes, yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. I want us to have a look at a post shared out by Honorable Cate Waruguru about 1 hour ago as I speak. Waruguru is currently a very staunch supporter of Rigathi Gachagua. Before we have a look at that post, let me say this. Kenyans don't want to hear the truth. The truth is, some Kenyans now opposing William Ruto, saying Ruto is bad. They are opposing William Ruto not because Ruto is not delivering, but because William Ruto is mistreating their preferred ethnic leader. That's why they are saying Ruto is bad. If Ruto embraces that leader, you will be shocked to find the same people singing William Ruto's praises. So Kenyans have to be very, very careful. We have a section of the population who have got a very high affinity for electing people who are not up to the task. And that's why today we have a very incompetent president. Let's have a look at the post by Cate Waruguru. Mount Kenya region has for long coalesced behind thrashing Raila Odinga. And for a while, this narrative has been the unifying factor across the region. But going by recent happenings, an imaginary enemy had to be invented. Raila Odinga's surprise bromance with Kenya Kwanza's government has led a section of Mount Kenya legislators to cluelessly embark on fighting Riggy. Whether by design or by choice, the people of Mount Kenya region can clearly deduce who is genuinely rooting for their well-being, and it's none other than His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua, Watu Sio Wajinga, daughter of Zion, grace in motion. And you are seeing Waruguru has shared that photo of her smiling with Rigathi Gachagua. It's very interesting that Honorable Cate Waruguru herself is admitting that Mount Kenya region has for long coalesced behind thrashing Raila Odinga. And for a while, this narrative has been the unifying factor across the region. That's what I've been saying here in this forum. All along, you had to paint Raila Odinga and the Luo community in bad light, and that could earn you an election on the mountain. So the mountain has been voting in their leaders, not based on the capability of their leaders, but based on who can abuse Raila Odinga or the Luo community better. The louder you are in abusing the Luo nation or Raila Odinga, that could earn you an election on the mountain. Rigathi Gachagua's own ally is admitting that. Let's see what Kenyans are saying upon Waruguru posting that. Ajos MC Lucy Jr., people are not fools. You cannot look down other communities. It is time for other communities to lead you by force. Prezo Ruto, DP Gladys Wanga. Frederick Chepkwony, tribal chiefs, always Mount Kenya. Emmanuel Constant, the heart of a man determines the kind of wood that will consume him. Riggy knew very well that he wasn't a darling to many MPs from Central. Instead of making friendship, he started bullying some of them. And also this narrative of Mulima, every time has made him to be a regional and tribalistic leader. Let him swallow his pills. Elisha Tarus, you always want to lead while other tribes cheers you. Enough is enough. Iyo maneno yenu kwendeni kabisa. Let Mount Kenya East and the troubled leaders from the mountain be with Ruto. For you and Gachagua and Kioni, just stick with your votes. What to see of fools and pigs? Okay. John Okoth. That's the problem when a community has no sustainable unifying factor other than tribalism. When Kenyans come together for their country, they begin to fight themselves. This time, it's like no other. Mpenda maendeleo, mnapenda ukabila kila kitu. Mount Kenya around here mna bahati. Ruto will make sure he destroys you completely. Ruto now can do without Mount Kenya as long as Luo and Luya votes are concerned. I support Ruto to continue teaching a lasting lesson and bring confusion. Arap Kitur, but was given wrong position. He decided to be regional commissioner Nasimamie Murima. Those are Kenyans reacting to that post by Cate Waruguru. I want us to dig deep into this interesting story for Kenyans to understand it better. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's proceed. Things are falling apart. There is an old video of William Ruto saying the Kalenjin nation had a problem with the Kikuyu nation, but they had to get power first in order to help them solve the differences. That's a video most of you here have watched. And that video was widely shared out before 2022 presidential election. But the Kikuyu nation assumed it and they said huyo ndio tunataka. In 2007 we know what happened, but still the Gema nation assumed, said huyo ndio tunataka. The Bible says, my people perish for lack of knowledge. As I talk, the mountain has not yet learned their mistakes. If you can see somebody saying Ruto is bad but Rigathi is good, that's a person who has not yet learned anything. And this is why sometimes I'm very cautious. I'm torn between the Gen Zs and the Ruto. The Gen Zs actually are the future we all aspire for. A country where Kenyans will not vote along ethnic lines. There is no doubt that's where we all aspire to be. My only concern is that these same people now saying Ruto is bad but Rigathi is good, they are also pretending now to be supporting Gen Zs. I'm seeing a very high possibility where they will pretend to be supporting Gen Zs maybe till the last minute, and should their man be chased out of this government, they will easily dump Gen Zs for their man. Let's pray it should not happen that way. But it's very clear the mountain has not yet learned anything. And this is why as Kenyans, we must also move with caution, not to fall to their ethnic and emotional politics. Politics of mutu yetu. We have to move with caution. I strongly believe it's not yet late. Gen Zs should continue piling pressure on William Ruto to deliver, because it's true. Ruto is seriously incompetent. The only language Ruto understands is the language of protest and demonstrations. Gen Z should continue piling pressure through protests and demonstrations. They should not lose focus. I've seen they have started losing focus, channeling their anger on Raila Odinga, somebody not in government. As they channel their anger on Raila Odinga, William Ruto is getting away with all his incompetence because as some Gen Z pretenders attacks Raila Odinga, Raila supporters who have all along been in the struggle, they are now abandoning that push for good governance. So at the end of the day, those who have all along supported bad governance are also getting away with it. How I wish Gen Z should focus on their initial plans. The enemy is William Ruto and his government. Ruto and Rigathi. These are the people in government. And the people they did appoint into various positions are still in government. Kenyans should not lose focus. Let me stop it there, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching us but you have not yet subscribed, subscribe, give the video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.